It's not about an end result, it's about an expedition, a journey that leads us into wild places, both near and far. In a time where some believe hunting is not relevant to modern society, we carry the torch and stand on the foundations of those that have come before us. We continue to invest into the ecosystems of which we must sustain. It's an effort to conserve, to provide, and celebrate God's renewable resources.
Yes! Hey, 380 plus.
I killed a mark, dude.
It is our life. It is our passion. And we make no apologies for our God-given right to hunt. For nearly 30 years, Kenneth has had the opportunity to travel North America and live out his passion for the outdoors. The common denominator experienced in all these camps is the deep-rooted brotherhood that hunters share with one another. No matter if they come from a long line of outdoorsmen or they are a first-generation hunter themselves, they are all able to find common ground on the sport they love. When Kenneth met Justin in an elk camp in the high country of Colorado in the early 2000s, they began a friendship that would continue to grow over the years. His love for guiding was apparent and stemmed from a family legacy of doing the same.
I'm the fourth generation that's got to outfit in some way.
4 generations.
Yeah, so my great-grandpa, he took Teddy Roosevelt on 2 different excursions because, Teddy would do 2 months or, back then they could go forever. It wasn't like our 5-day hunts like we're just doing, those guys. And so I've got pictures of taking Teddy and they were antelope and deer and elk and just whatever they could hunt back before, there was all the regulations. And I've got a couple kids that I think have showed a lot of interest, and I think in the world we live in today, I think it'd be pretty cool to pass it on because there'll be a day where it'll be a rare thing. When I'm old and my time is going by, I think for sure I will appreciate what was passed on to me and the opportunity to do something that is not the norm,
Oh, yeah.
A few days before getting to Cape this buck out, Kenneth was on his way to Pagosa Springs to meet up with Justin and start their public land adventure.
We just pulled into town here in Pagosa, and I hold in my hand right here a 2021 landowner voucher for a mule deer tag with a rifle. So we're gonna go in here into the sporting goods store and get this done, get my license, gonna get after them in the morning.
You live to see things in your life that you never think you would see, and this is one that I never thought I would see, and that's Justin Adkisson on time. It's 5:30, and he just I'm talking about it was 5:30 and 58 seconds, but he made it. Let's go in and see what he's got on his mind.
I can't believe you beat me.
What?
No, you're always like,
No, we're always early.
you actually beat me. I was impressed. I looked at it and said, I know that's Kenneth's truck. It's clean as a whistle.
We're always early.
Are we taking your real fancy truck or are we taking my old beat up truck?
How rough are the roads?
Really rough.
Your truck's fine.
Okay.
From the gas station, they jumped in the truck and headed to the area where they would start their hunt.
Man, this reminds me of back in, I don't know if it'd been 90 or 91, somewhere right in there. My very first trip to Colorado was on a mule deer hunt on public land like we're doing right now. We pulled up here, and as we come up the road, we seen all the campers camping and people, all the young kids out around the campfire drinking coffee, and here I am. I don't know how many years that is. I was telling my first trip was it was either 90 or 91 up here. I hauled pulpwood all summer to save enough money to buy a tag to come out here and hunt mule deer.
That's cool.
And I killed a doe.
Hey, no shame in that. Let's kill another doe.
No.
The Given Right is being brought to you by Bare Bone Outdoors, Bone Collector Game Calls, CVA. Dry shot. Fission. And insights.
You never know when he could just be laying right there and just pop up, boom.
Or like just this ridge right here, just all of a sudden there he is.
Yeah.
That's why I love deer hunting, it's fun.
Yeah.
And especially in this kind of country, it's rolling.
Yeah.
But they should be checking those does.
You know, I wish they would bugle or gobble.
It would help.
Yeah. I mean, the only bad part about deer hunting is, you know, just no bugling or gobbling. That right there make a puppy pull a freight train, son. Whew. I know y'all can tell that we're not the only hunters here. This is public ground, and they have just as much right as we do to be here. But we've got one hunter here, and one hunter over here about, he's a good 35 yards from us. He just walked up and started glassing, but that's all. I mean, it's the way they do it up here. I mean, the way they do it at home too on public ground. So, anyway.
Makes it more of a chess match.
Yeah, I like it. I like the challenge.
Well, we had a pretty eventful morning this morning. We saw quite a few deer. A lot of them was way off, but had a few come right there by us. Saw one big deer way off. Just never did get close enough to us. So this will be our first afternoon here in Colorado. So we're headed over to Justin's to meet him right now at his house and gonna jump in the truck with him. Not sure if we're going back to the same place. You never know with Justin. We're about to find out here in just a few minutes.
Number one goal would be to keep Kenneth's mouth shut.
What? I mean,
Number two goal would be kill a little buck, a Kenneth buck, like 130, 140, maybe 140 would be trophy quality, and then come back here, eat spaghetti, and then I'd like to take Matt out without Kenneth where we could actually go, you know? Go look for an elk and really get after it.
so, I mean, you hear what he's saying right here. You see what he's doing? He's lacing his boots up. He forgot his hunting boots. He left in tennis shoes and had to drive back and get his hunting boots.
No, that's not true. You're the only client I've ever had that I don't need hunting boots. I just wear tennis shoes for where we go. I think we'll just go right to the same spot and just take a, look for 1520.
Yeah.
And if we're seeing deer, keep looking and see if bucks show up. But if not, I thought we might just go
down,
across that valley, get the next ridge. That way, if that buck pops out, we're third closer.
Sounds good to me. I better get a gun though.
You should do that.
Yeah, might need that.
Is that my gun?
Huh?
Is that the one you're giving me?
If I kill one over 220, this is yours. Not pounds.
220?
Inches. 205.
Let's be reasonable.
205.
A standard deer you kill is 150. I think 170 should be what?
205.
No.
It's a nice gun.
190.
5.
190.
5.
No.
Yeah.
190. Whatever 190, I'll get that gun.
Okay.
Did you say okay? You ain't never killed a 190, have you? 190, you've never killed one. You know how big a 190 mule deer is?
Show me.
I will. My kids could shoot that gun. Look at that.
Like that?
Come on.
With their wager in place, they head back to the same glassing spot from that morning.
I just picked my binoculars up on that, not this ridge, but the next one. I see a deer bedded over there next to a deadfall. Sure looks like a buck, but I can't tell.
He lays like a buck.
Yeah.
The rest of the afternoon was spent hiking in an attempt to get closer to the buck. Unfortunately for Kenneth, they were never able to locate him again. The Given Ride is being brought to you by Lethal, Polaris, Reveal, Scrape Fix, Swagger, and Tacticam. Kenneth and Justin's friendship is one that outlives hunting season. Their families have also become close over the years and have made it an annual tradition to spend some time together during the summer. Their kids share some of the same passions when it comes to the outdoors and horseback riding. To be able to grow up with friends across the country that share similar interests has been special for the kids and is something they look forward to each and every year. It also makes these hunting trips for Justin and Kenneth just a little more meaningful.
We're changing spots this morning. Justin says we got a little bit of a hike into where we're going, so we're not gonna put as many clothes on, even though it's 24 degrees this morning. A little chilly, but anyway, we're gonna get to our glassing spot this morning. He said it'd probably take us about 45 minutes, something like that, to get to it. So we're gonna hike in there, set up for a little while and glass, and see if we can get our binos on one that we want to go after. Colorado public land mule deer hunting. We pulled up and there was about 6 trucks parked here at the same spot, but like I said, they got just as much right to be here as we do, so we just got to try to walk a little deeper in than they did. Let's sneak back right here and get up here with a little cover in these timber where we can watch. And then that way I can walk down the ridge and check back up this draw while you watch this deer.
When the sun came up, it seemed that there were deer in every direction. With no shooters out where they could see, they decided to keep moving in hopes of putting their eyes on one.
All part of hunting public land. We made a big loop around, come up to where we wanted to glass, and there's 2 hunters there. We come down here, there's a hunter here. We just popped over the hill, and there's 2 hunters out here, but we just gonna keep pounding it out and trying to ease around them and get into maybe an area where there's not some hunters and see if we can find a big one.
While moving locations, a herd of deer were spotted on a piece of private land. Although they couldn't hunt them, it made for an unforgettable encounter. Seeing this rut activity happening right in front of them was a very encouraging sight. As they watched these deer from the side of the road, they couldn't help but hope this was a foreshadowing of how the rest of their day would play out. this buck chased the doe across the creek, they started making plans for the afternoon hunt.
So this afternoon we're going to change things up even more, and again we're going to do some running and gunning, as Matt calls it back there. We're going to hit some of these old roads and ride around, do some glassing, and just see if we can spot a deer from way off and maybe make a stalk on him. Or as Justin put it, we're going to do a little scouting for his hunt next week. Anyway, we may end up back where we were yesterday, right at dark. May climb up the hill there in Glass and see if that big deer that we saw yesterday morning is in there pretty close. But otherwise, we're just going to ride around and do a little glassing, see what we can put our eyes on this afternoon.
The Given Ride is being brought to you by Thorn Broadheads, Titan Hunting Blinds, Trophy Tree Stands, Victory Archery, Texas Trophy Hunters, Retay, and Gator Waders. Kenneth was on his second afternoon in the state of Colorado. As the day was winding down, Justin gets a glimpse of something on the next ridge over.
Oh, shooter. Shooter.
Really?
Yeah.
Where at?
Look. Bigger buck just stepped out. They're right on that.
Oh, crap.
Yeah. So you see this?
Yeah.
Look. You see the tan ridge right here?
Yep.
We got to get to that point where those two dead trees are. They're on the next ridge over. Shoot.
That buck. We got two bucks just stepped out over there. One really good one. We got to grab our stuff. We got to hustle and get over there. We got 30 minutes to get on him.
That's a 180 deer.
With time running out, they knew that they had to hurry if there was any chance of getting this deer before dark. As they crested the hill, they spotted him again inside of gun range.
See, we at least get a look at that hillside.
Yeah. Oh,
He's a framey buck.
He's a pretty smart young
Big
man.
boxy. You had to say something about only seeing shooters at 3 miles away. I had to find him.
You found him. Hey,
I like this gun.
I do too. I do too.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I'm gonna like it. I'm gonna like it better when we get over and find him laying
I'll
dead
let you
over there.
borrow it.
Oh man, this is gonna be a fun little walk.
I'm telling you.
Y'all, he's laying right there. We walked over here and Justin looked up and seen a white belly right there. Me and you made this walk a few times together. Look at this deer, Dick.
Come here, bud.
Oh, dang. Oh, let me put this gun down. My goodness.
Look at the back fork.
Justin. Oh my gosh.
Congrats.
Man, look at
this. See down here?
Holy cow.
That is an ancient. Look at the nose.
Y'all, this is
We just did something.
man, so the way this all come about, Justin, earlier in the year I called Justin and asked Justin if he could find me a mule deer hunt because I wanted to come out here and mule deer hunt with him because we hadn't mule deer hunted together since we hunted in Howard.
Yeah, been a few years.
And he called me and had a landowner voucher for out here. And this is public land.
Yep.
we've seen a ton of hunters, but Justin just kept pushing. We'd walk by him and say hello, how y'all doing? You doing any good? And just kept pushing and kept pushing, and going back up to that same hill for 2 days, and
just time behind the glass.
Just time behind. You looked over, and you said, bring me scope, bring me scope. You come down. All right, Brad brought scope down to you, and you looked over, and this is, dude, I can't believe it, man. And I could sit here and talk about this for hours and our past and, you know, and what we've done together, but.
Well, I can tell you from the bottom of my heart, I mean, you are a close friend. Yeah. I enjoy the time with you.
It's the feeling.
It's just hunting together.
The feeling's mutual, man, I promise you. Y'all, never, ever apologize for your God-given right to hunt. Thank you, Lord, thank you. Dude. I love you, brother.
Love you too. Great,
Matt.
Great. Dude.
What are we doing, dude?
Give me knuckles.
I can't see you. Where you at?
Every hunter can point to one or two specific hunts that stick out to them when reminiscing over their experience in the woods. For Kenneth to tag this Boone and Crockett mule deer on public land with one of his best friends in life by his side will forever rank this hunt towards the top of his list. The knowledge passed down throughout Justin's strong lineage of guides and the decades of hunting experience Kenneth brought into this hunt made this moment possible. Although Kenneth pulled the trigger, everyone involved has a special connection to what happened that afternoon in southern Colorado.
You're holding it soft.
I killed a marquette deer on public ground.
Hey.